Hi guys, Currency Games here again with another video. Today we are going to do a little outlook on our pairs that we trade, and we're also going to go over the importance of backtesting. So please like and subscribe. We're almost at 100 subscribers. Try and hit that subscribe button. And when we hit 100, hopefully possibly have a little something special coming out as well. Okay. So let's go through our normal outlook for the week as usual. So as you know, on USD, we've been looking at this zone up here for upside target longer term. Now, as you can see, we also talk about the range we have here from this high to this low. Now, on the H12 today, we attacked the high, and now you can see we're trading down into more of a discount area in price. Go back on the daily. I'm expecting tomorrow short prices. My first level of support will be this level. Now the reason is because we have a daily level here, so fair value gap when we have a low. My second level would be this order block here in this low, and then the third level I'm hoping we actually do reach will be this fair value gap and this order block, because these levels are more in a discounted daily time frame. And as you can see, if I draw the range out, you can see that's 50%. It's just there of that range. Okay, so I would be hoping to see price reach down to these levels, but we also got to take in consideration the daily levels that are in line before we hit below 50%, because we still want to be aware of any early reversal that could possibly take place. On the H4, we haven't yet broken down on the H4, but what we have created is a nice fair value gap up here. Okay, now that fair value gap was created after we done a H12 raid. And we have also broken H1 structure here, and again we have another fair value gap here resting in that as well in H1 premium. So this is a nice area here where we could possibly see a retracement up to tomorrow, and as you see we also have a high confluence in that as well. So we have liquidity resting there, and we have a fair value gap there as well. So I will be looking at this area for possibly shorts from, so we could possibly see price come into there and possibly drop off and retrace down towards these levels down here. Okay, that's what I'll be looking at for tomorrow, to be honest with you. But as I said, we've got to be careful of this level here, and we also need to be careful that we could possibly might push up again and attack this high one more time to go bearish. But I honestly think this fair value gap will hold, in all honesty, but we've just got to look for our setup within these PDRA areas here. Going into Euro GBP, things aren't that clear on Euro GBP at the moment. I ain't got much to say about this pair. One thing I'm going to mark out is this high here that I'm probably going to leave, and I'm going to turn this black as well, because it's not really MSB anymore, it's more of a structure point. Here we have the H12 low, and as you can see we've kind of rounded off at this H12 order block here. So we possibly could see another attack of this liquidity resting here, but there's nothing really strong that I'll be going off on this pair at the moment. I'll probably set my hands in this pair and just focus on new USD at the moment, because it's not the cleanest. I ain't really got a forecast or prediction on this. We just got to wait until something clearer and cleaner happens in price action before we take any trades here. Okay, now one thing I wanted to talk about is the importance of backtesting. Okay, now what I do want to do whilst we are here, as I want to actually make notes as to why backtesting is very important. Okay, actually I might not make notes, my keyboard is actually very loud. Let me not do that. One of the reasons why backtesting is very important for me is because you have to train your edge. When I say train your edge, you have to train yourself in executing your edge over and over again. One problem a lot of traders have is they don't know what they look for when they come to the charts. In a sense, they have the technical skill set, but they don't know actually what they're looking for, mainly because they're not practicing the edge over and over again. The more you go into previous data and see your edge play out over and over again, you'll know what you're looking for in the chart. And sometimes when you're trading live, you might not see your setup take place for a week or 2 weeks or a few days, but what you will notice is that when you backtest, your setup happens maybe twice, 3 times a month, 4 times a month, maybe once a week, twice a week. So you'll have that level of confidence and backing to know that If you're just patient, you sit on your hands and you wait for the correct price action, your setup will arrive. Okay, I like to trading as a sport. At the end of the day, you got to look at it like a football team. And the analogy I always use is, before a football team go into a big Champions League final or a big game, they always know their technique. For example, it was rumoured that England's technique against France in the Champions League would stop Mbappe. I mean, he's a great player, and that was literally their technique. Have someone on the wing that can abuse Mbappe's defensive incapabilities, should I say, and that was their tactic. So when they got into the game, that's what they were trying to do. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, you need to know exactly what you're looking for and exactly know what you're trying to do when you're live trading, and the way you learn that is from backtesting. Football teams don't just go on the pitch about training, bro. Football teams train 3 or 4 times a week, maybe 5 even. They study the psychology behind the game as well. It's all well and good coming here executing live day in day out, but where is your actual training sessions? Are you implementing training sessions weekly? Because you'll lose sight of what you're actually trying to do without training. You'll lose sight of your goals. You'll lose sight of what you're trying to do. If a football team just met every Sunday and played football and didn't train in the week, each player is going to come with their individual skills, but they're not going to have any chemistry. And backtesting is where you align the chemistry within your brain and a price action, if that makes sense. The same way a football team will align the individual skills with their tactics, you need to align your individual skills with the charts. And you need to know when you're going to be most likely to be right and when you're most likely going to be wrong, and that all comes from backtesting. It's vital, it's crucial. As I said, football teams, players don't just turn up on a Sunday and play. They have to train. Players get subbed off when they're not performing well. Do you sub yourself off when you're not trading well? Football managers know when certain players are fit to play certain games. They'll take them off. Ronaldo goes on the bench. He doesn't play every single game. He's probably one of the best players in the world. Messi goes on the bench. He's one of the best players in the world. In my eyes, he's the best player in the world, Messi. But he doesn't play every game. So why do you think you should trade every day? The reason why Messi and Ronaldo get subbed off is because there are games where their skill set isn't right for the team. There are days where your psychology on the charts isn't correct for what's actually happening live right now in the price. Do you know when those days are? You don't. The reason why managers know when Ronaldo and Messi aren't going to be best in the game is because they study them in training. Do you study your edge? The same way Ronaldo and Messi might be the manager's edge, they know their edge. You need to study your edge as well. It's crucial. It's very, very important. So that's one thing that I always got to say, just study your edge and understand how you trade.